What's going on, everybody? It is the one, the only Q here from Retro Q Gaming, and we are back in effect, as always, as expected. And you know what? We're doing well. You know what day and or time this is. And we're just getting our tweets out, our notifications out, our whatever it is we need to get out. We are getting it out there. Because, well, why wouldn't we? Let's get that sorted there. We should be good to go. Now, we are here with the 2021 E3 PC Gaming Show. This is the important one. This is the important, not just today, this is the most important show, most important presentation of the entire show, of the entire, like, we'll call it several days plus maybe week of announcements because a lot of them go pre E3 or post E3 to just capitalize on the whole thing. But this is an official E3 stream, so this is going to be the most important one of the entire week, simply because you know what's happening. You know what's happening, and you and I know, we both know what's happening. Because there is no way that it cannot happen. There is no way. We'll make our predictions, but my prediction is that there is no way they cannot announce Persona 5 Royal for PC this year. After the resounding success of Persona 4 Golden in its just magical, out of nowhere release during last year's PC gaming show. Now, I'm not saying Persona 5 Royal is going to come out right now like Persona 4 Golden did midstream, but the announcement is coming. I can feel it. Anyone who says otherwise is just lying to themselves, really. But after the resounding success of the Persona 4 Golden PC port, which I played through to completion, of course, because why wouldn't I? It did so well that they rush added PC ports to both Persona 5 Strikers and SMT 3 HD. So they rush added PC ports to those games after seeing how well Persona 4 Golden did. And they went out of their way to say that based on the success of Persona 4 Golden on PC, they would be looking to re-release as many games in their catalog on PC as possible. It's happening. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Persona 5 Royal PC port. Let's go. That is 100% what we want now. That is absolutely one of that is the goal, the dream, the hype of the stream. Persona 5 for Switch announcements. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We don't use the S word in here. Not only do we want the Persona 5 Royal PC port, but it has to, just to make it even extra, just add a little bit more. It's not going to be announced and not going to release on Switch because the salt levels are going to be exceptional. They're going to be off the top and they're just going to explode. Do you remember how insane and how much they fell apart when the rumors and the listings of P5S for Switch turned out to not be Persona 5 Switch and they turned out to be Persona 5 Strikers? They died so much. No, Crown. We did. Oh, okay. I thought you meant the Xbox stream. Yeah, it can come to Persona 5 can come to Xbox. There's no problem with that. In fact, I'm surprised it was not announced earlier during the Xbox stream. You know, that's no issue. I've no problem with. I'm a firm believer of all I'm a firm believer of all multi or third party games that aren't 100% financed by a company. They should be available on all platforms, with the exception of Persona 5 on Switch, just because they are the saltiest fanboys out there when they don't get their way. You should go out there based on the Square Enix announcements about an hour ago from the Square Enix stream, with the announcement of the pixel perfect remasters of Final Fantasy 1 through 6 coming to Steam and mobile, but not Switch. Go anywhere in the last couple of hours. Look at any Square Enix post, any Square Enix announcement, trailer, whatever it is, tweet, article. They're overflowing with salt that it's not on Switch. It's amazing. I love it. Kingdom Hearts on everything but Kingdom Hearts is on everything but Switch. That's what makes it even better. It's so funny. There's even an exceptional one that I take. Last year during the PC gaming show when Persona 4 Golden was surprise announced and released subsequently instantly, Nintendo websites put up articles about like Nintendo fans react to Persona 4 Golden on PC but not Switch. Oh my god, I had days, if not weeks, of borderline erotic excitement just over reading all of those. It was the same thing when Monster Hunter World was first announced for PS4, Xbox One, and then eventually PC down the line. But the fact that it wasn't announced for Switch, oh my god, there were daily multiple articles on Nintendo exclusive websites about Monster Hunter World with literally hundreds of comments. Oh my god, I got on for weeks, literally weeks, if not months, about that. It was, oh my god, it was amazing. It was, and you know what? They bring it on themselves. I don't innately hate the Switch. Well, I kind of do because I mean I have one, but it has its own problems and all too. But the fanboys, they make me hate it, if you will. It's, let me see, what time are we at here? Okay, we should be starting any right as I say that. We should be starting at any moment. It's a flying GPU. Dogecoin mining facility. Um, is there sound for anybody, or is it just me that is getting no sound? There's my girl Frankie. It's almost orgasmic about Monster Hunter World not on Switch. Um, Let me know because I'm getting no audio in my headphones. Okay, you can't hear it. Let's try again. Okay, okay. Stream chat is saying there's no audio, so it's not just us. It's not just us. You can see them all there. There's You would think that the PC gaming show of all shows would have the proper quality audio and whatnot. But we're gonna have to just sit here and wait. Unfortunately, I do like the fact that their ship is a giant 30 series Founders Edition GPU. Of course.
Able to finance this
Oh,
year's
here's the
PC
audio.
gaming show by, selling all those black market graphics cards you've been hoarding.
Ooh.
Ah, yes, a crime with absolutely no real-world consequences. Hey, Frankie, wait a minute. Is that a 65-ton catapult mech model CPLTC-1 as featured in MECHWARRIOR 5 Mercenaries?
This is why no one likes Day
I
9.
always knew you had immaculate taste.
Oh,
And
Frankie.
certainly
Frankie,
is.
my girl. Remember,
I can't wait for this year's significantly more weaponized PC gaming show to go off
remember,
without a hitch.
any time Frankie says the word retro, Q, or gaming, it's a shout out to me. Based on our little
Also
love
wanna
Twitter
warmly
interaction the
welcome
other
someone
day.
New to the crew, Mika Burton, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and look forward to bringing all of you fresh new PC games and hardware.
Hitch scan complete. Zero hitches found presently or in 13,908,665 possible futures.
Only that many futures. Only that many futures. Half-Life 3
So what's the plan,
confirmed.
Cap? Well, Frankie, Debbot's gonna send you the coordinates for your first target, now. Your targets might be exclusive interviews, trailer premieres, or any number of amazing new computer games to beam down to the fine people on Earth.
Mission received.
Here we go.
Now,
Let's do
this is going to
this.
continue until all the targets are acquired and our mission is completed smoothly and without a hitch. Isn't that right, DevBot?
Yes, no hitches located, Sean. Not a single hitch in sight.
But first, let's teleport down to the stage to check in on E3 happenings. The only reason we're allowed to legally be back on Earth.
They're going to leave their cheesy Red Dwarf setup. Okay, here we go. I'm dealing with this. Wait a minute.
Am I right?
It's just the two of them.
Favorite planets in the whole galaxy.
Where's Frankie?
And thank God that teleporter was conveniently built just out of frame of camera. Mika, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2021. It feels great to be back on a live stage once again.
Wait a minute, it's powered by Intel. No wonder why there was
showcasing
audio
exciting
issues.
Upcoming PC titles with world premieres and exclusive interviews.
And if dozens of new trailers wasn't enough for you guys, later in the show, we are going to tell you how to win a custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So
On
you're
Steam
gonna
and
stick around
GOG.
for that.
But not
Now,
Epic.
Make sure to keep
Boom.
out a special look for a special promo code throughout the show from Humble Bundle, during which you can get a ticket to get Civilization 6 Platinum Edition for just $10. But right now, we're going to kick things off with Nautica Blade Point, probably the most original entry in the Battle Royale genre this year.
This name sounds familiar.
Let's go!
Although it's they're talking Battle Royale stuff. It's kind of over my head in a way, but anyway, one of the other reasons now that I can talk over a Battle Royale, it's something that I don't care about. So, you may notice they brought in a new host this year, Mika Burton, daughter of LeVar Burton, aka Geordie LaForge from Star Trek The Next Generation. She was billed on a few days ago. PC Gamer put up profiles for the three hosts. Sean Day9 Plot, I'm not a fan of him. Frankie Ward, my girl Frankie. And they put on the new one for Mika. And in her specific little blurb about Mika Burton, they put in Persona superfan. So I mean, I mean, we're reading between the lines here. We're PC gamers. We got the high resolution. We can read between the lines, aka reading Rainbow. I heard he does something about that, but I don't know exactly what it is.
I am the new cloud-based DevBot. I am streaming from GeForce Now, NVIDIA's cloud gaming service that connects PC gamers like you to their own library of games, purchased from digital stores like Steam and the Epic Games Store. Coming up, Dying Light 2 and Orcs Must Die 3. But first, a trailer for Humble Games, Dodgeball.
Oh, you know what? I just
Be
realized.
sure to check out GeForce Now, currently available for PC, Mac, Shield, Android.
Since I forgot GeForce Now even existed, I got a 1-year subscription with my 3090. When a 1-year subscription to GeForce Now with my 3090. I never redeemed it, and I completely forgot it even existed. Because why wouldn't you?
I've made it. My time is now. I will become the best player the school has ever seen. Dodgeball Academia, here I come.
You know what? This game doesn't really do anything for me, but if it's not on Switch, I am just going to be happy about it. It's just automatically going to make it a 9 out of 10. Already starting with the cell phone. Well, they're building up to the good games. See, you might have noticed that this one is coming straight after the GeForce Now. And you know, it's done by Humble Games, which I'm assuming is something to do with Humble Bundle.
Dodgeball Academia
Therefore,
from Humble Games. Ooh,
They gotta get like the cheapest of the cheap.
Sure, whatever you say, Sean.
See,
Whatever you say.
DevBot agrees with us.
Sense a little bit of resentment there, buddy. Has something rusted your ports?
Nothing. I am happy to play second fiddle to a captain as charming and handsome as you. I have also definitely not dedicated multiple cores to computing revenge plans in a range of lethalities.
Great!
New target acquired, Cap. It looks like Chivalry 2 with a special word from Steve Piggott, CEO and creative director of Torn Banner Studios.
Hey guys, Steve Piggott, founder of Torn Banner Studios, and
Definitely full of pictures like the upcoming games.
5 days ago. I'm so happy to be here at the PC Gaming Show. Chivalry 2, if you don't know,
Listen,
is a first-person
we don't
slasher,
shit on
just like a
DevBot, right?
first-person shooter, except instead of guns and grenades, you've got swords, battle axes, longbows, and players are fighting it out on these huge 64-player battlefields. It's all about creating those epic sword-fighting duels that you see in medieval Hollywood movies, and also that huge clash, the Battle of the Bastards kind of chaos and carnage. So the post-launch support plan is going to look like a mixture of mid and massive level content updates coming up.
I don't know about anyone else.
One of the things
I don't know if Chivalry is good or not. It always looks really, really cheaply made.
We're going closer to the later period in the upcoming update where you're going to get a bit more refined medieval armors and refined atmospheres that you can then go.
Like, watch if they show some more of the gameplay with the one-on-one fights. It just looks janky.
Make each of our maps its own game mode and make it something that medieval army would actually do when they go into a space. And when you come across these pristine gardens and this beautiful castle, you get to tear it all down and cause it's a canvas for your destruction.
Intense violence, oh my. Wait, Tripwire. Oh, I think this is... Oh, it's Chivalry again.
Passion for Chivalry 2 is basically bottom line. It's the game that got us onto the scene and started the company, and it's the game that's going to take us so much further.
With the post-launch plan for Chivalry 2, the game at launch
Guys,
is a foundation.
they're talking about Chivalry 2 when we could be spending time announcing Persona 5.
A lot with post-launch content. Gallancourt is the first TO map that's coming out post-launch.
Gallancourt is going to take us to the high medieval times or the late medieval times.
I mean, think about it.
It really captures the Agathian
Persona 5.
being this, like, noble, rich,
You can run it in like 5K, 8K, 120 FPS. Just how smooth all those animations will be. It'll be as smooth as the aesthetic and the music.
We've got a ton of weapons coming in at launch, but there'll be more and more added to it post-launch as well.
A new fighting style is really going to
Oh, it's coming, Nate. Don't worry. There's no way it can't. If for some reason it was removed, we're going hardcore depression.
It's really going to at least double in size for free.
And I say this as someone who has finished Persona 5 and has finished and platinumed Persona 5 Royal.
Look at Dying Light 2, and make sure to stick around to find out how you could win a custom MECHWARRIOR PC from our friends at Intel.
I don't know how I feel about Dying Light 2. Wait, this isn't Dying Light 2. I'm calling shenanigans. No. The suicide possibility is not there. We've is it elevated it or de-escalated it because of donuts? I have a funny feeling they messed up the trailers, that this should be Dying Light 2. Hell yeah, mobile games. No comment. Donuts do fix everything. They're amazing. What is this, like Rocket League, but medieval chef Rocket League? Meatball League? It's like Splatoon meets... I don't know. This is certainly something that will sell as a piece of software. And maybe be classified as a game. Oh, whoa, it's called Ramen. I don't know how I feel about that one. Okay, here we go.
Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2.
Now we are coming straight out of Poland here.
Today, especially for the viewers of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Dying Light universe.
Here we go.
Stay tuned.
I don't know how I feel about Dying Light 2. I really like the first game, but the more I see of the second one, and the more I find out about it,
the city we met,
development hell and all that,
the game, and
different
the
studios.
whole world, including the city.
It seems like a mess.
Light 2 takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That day, later
is when it's going to release.
Black Monday, the military ordered chemicals to be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning most people into bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think of them as zombies though. They are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage.
Now I wonder.
Those who survived the chemical raid took refuge on the rooftops.
Dying Light
a new order has been born
was
in the
especially
city. People live on the rooftops.
technically bad.
In the streets. Nobody in their right mind would dare to come down. Well, let's
because even though it launched in, what was it, 2015, 2016, it used single core processors.
But why is he braver than others? How did he develop such a unique parkour and combat skills? Believe me guys, I would gladly answer all these questions, but I'm not here to spoil it for you. Let me tell you one thing.
Here's a trailer so you can spoil it for yourself.
Night. I'm locked up with other kids. I don't know what he did to me, but he did it every day. Over and over. Looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister. I'll never forget her scream when they separated us. What could I do? They had rifles, and we were 5 years old. And there was a fire, explosions, chaos. I got away. So
it doesn't sound like Roger Craig Smith from the first one.
Stayed there. My Mia. I left her.
We meet Aiden as one of the many, many children undergoing mysterious medical research. The last thing Aiden remembers from that time is extreme pain, then a fire, and a little girl that was being tested with him. Her name was Mia. She was his sister.
She was ported over to Resident Evil 7.
After the fire, is Mia still alive? The following years haunted Aiden with these questions and with guilt over leaving her. Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is. Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue about how to find his sister. Aiden's path to the truth is tough, full of challenges and adventures. The difficult choices to make as well as their consequences await you. You're going to discover them all in December 2021.
I don't know, did it have a release date, or is this the first proper release date for it now? Either way, December 7, 2021. I'll probably pick this up. I don't know, maybe. But it's weird. Where he's sitting, it just doesn't look real. It looks like they took 3 still images, one from the front shot, one from each angle, and it's just strange.
And spooky.
Well, we are here back on the E3 stage so we can get closer to your comments and reactions to what you're seeing on this year's PC Gaming Show.
That is right, Sean. So you out there, keep your comments coming in. And as you're watching this year, we want to get your input on a subject that Sean and I are pretty passionate about, PC building. So this year, we've put a number of prototype PCs based
PC
on
building
MECHWARRIOR
hype.
5, but we're only going to manufacture one of them. And you get to pick which custom design becomes our flagship PC for this year's PC gaming show, powered by the 11th gen Intel Core i9 processor.
Oh God, imagine.
Each of the prototype PCs that you see before you on the screen.
Imagine having an Intel CPU in 2021.
The Free Worlds League, the Draconis Combine, the Federated Suns, the Compellin Confederation, and more.
So cast your vote now for which faction and custom PC you want to win, and help us pick the best design.
I think I like number 3,
I'm currently
but that's just me.
pulling for the Draconis Combine because, as you can see by my beautiful patch,
See,
I'm the
actually,
biggest
you know,
fan of MechWarrior 5 on the PC
Mika
gaming
has the
show.
patch.
Well, all right.
We're on the
check
same
in later to
wavelength
see
right
which group
here.
survives this MechWarrior showdown. But for now, let's check in with our very own mech pilot, Frankie Ward, who went on a special mission to get a closer look at Sega and Amplitude Studios' upcoming strategy game, Humankind.
We got the start of Sega. Now I know Amplitude is human, but Sega own Atlas. It could be happening right here after this.
Speaking of unique, it's me, Frankie Ward. Looking kind of good, don't you think?
Imagine your computer room being lowered at 85 degrees. I cannot imagine that. I am sweating buckets right now like a madman. It's right now, according to this, it's 17 degrees outside, and I am sweating buckets here right now. Okay, I may have to buy this game just because Frankie's in it.
Get ready to play against me in the Humankind closed beta, starting now.
Yeah, I will say, my 5900X gets mad hot. More Sega. This is not what I want, Sega. Well, beat is the correct way of saying it. I will just say, for me, I've heard beta so much from all these like press releases and all over the last decade or so that it's kind of erased it in my mind. But yeah, here in the real world, we say, or well, we used to say beta. This game looks like some of the stuff in it reminds me along the lines of Another World, or what's the other game? There's another game that looks like Another World, not Blackthorn, but I guess Blackthorn, Another World, and I want to say something Reality, or every Sega trailer you get that's not Persona 5 Royal takes you a bit further away from. Listen, all I know is I mean, I've got a bottle of water here, so just imagine how that makes me feel. No, not Braid. It's an old, like, early 90s PC game, and on maybe Super Nintendo and Mega Drive.
Thank you for watching the PC Gaming Show. My name is DevBot, your cloud-based artificial intelligence.
Oh, Flashback. Flashback is what it's called.
I am streaming to you from GeForce Now, where you can play hit games like Rocket League and Apex Legends on nearly any device. With a library of over 900 games and new titles added every GFN Thursday, there's something for everyone and always something new. Coming up, a
Gabe.
special word from Valve.
Lord Gaben.
Orcs Must Die 3.
Guys, here we are. Lord Gaben is here. Soon. What's he going to announce? There's rumors of some weird little Steam handheld. Which I'm just going to go with no. Come get some. Did they announce PC2? There's no need to announce PC2 because PC1 is still king of the hill. PC1 is still already ahead of these consoles.
Well, it's about time. Joining me to talk about Orcs Must Die 3. from Robot Entertainment is design director Jerome K. Jones. Welcome, Jerome.
Thanks, Sean. Glad to be here.
So, for anyone who's never seen an Orcs Must Die game,
Lord Gaben about to disappoint, and no. He's going to announce
3 is
like
a third-person tower defense game. So
a different color skin for Steam, and the world is going to lose its mind.
We give players tons of weapons and traps and tools to do this, and while you're defending the rifts, you can play solo or you can invite a friend and play co-op.
Now, since this is the third game in the series, what's
Wait,
new compared to the previous
third
two
game?
titles?
There are 2 new
Lord Gaben is next. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Takes place about 25 years after Orcs Must Die 2, so not only will
More
fans be able to
TF2
catch
hats.
up on any
What
new
would
content
happen,
in
right,
order, but they
if
will
Lord
also
Gaben announced
place
Half-Life
new
2
heroes
Episode 3,
in our
Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Portal 3, Team
fight
Fortress
hundreds of
3,
orcs
all at
on
the same time.
battlefields outside
Dota
of the
3,
fortress themselves. So you're fighting indoors and outdoors.
all
which
at the
is
same
pretty new.
time.
We have a new mode called Scramble. It's basically adding random elements against the player, making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about the toys. What are the new weapons and the new traps that are coming?
We added war machines and war guardians. So a war machine is like, there are these massive traps, like you might release a giant
Okay.
tornado on the battlefield, or you'll
Let's
climb
jump
into
straight
a
to
death
Half-Life
hole
4,
and you'll fire
Portal
at
4, and
these
all that
giant
stuff.
orc armies. And then the war guardians are it's like putting other war mages on the battlefield with you to fight with you, except they have their own attacks and their own special abilities.
Well, I gotta ask then, when and where can we play Orcs Must Die 3?
So OMD3 is coming out on July 23rd on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, and pre-orders start today. So
Get wrecked,
you should
Epic
rush
Game
on to Steam
Store.
now and put OMD3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jerome K. Jones. Once again, just a few more weeks to wait for Orcs Must Die 3. For now, though, it's time for us to take a look at Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
No, what happened? We want to talk to Gaben. We don't want to hear about this. We want to talk to Lord Gaben. No, this is the Swan Song one. Isn't this the spin-off one, not the proper Vampire the Masquerade 2?
9, 10.
I'm gonna have vampires, and I am not gonna get vampires and like it. I've seen enough vampires today. You know, a whole like 2 in presentations. Between Arcane and their crappy game, and now probably this. Guys, I'm gonna go on a limb here. Is this gonna be a game about a vampire being emo?
You come for me and
I mean,
mine,
she has the haircut.
but first, you need to find us. All I want is to be with my little girl. Is that so much to ask?
Okay, Swan Song. So I'm pretty much sure this is the spin-off one and not well, we know it's not Masquerade 2, so boo. Well, I would say boo Epic Game Store, but it's not like anyone cares.
This is CERN from Passion Republic Games. We are a Malaysian-based indie game studio working on Gigabash.
Saw some vampires the other day.
Arena
They
brawlers
took the form of
inspired
tax
by
collectors.
cartoons and heroes.
A couple of silver bullets that
Like to showcase
sorts
new
them
and
right out.
Exciting gameplay footage of our oversized characters in action. Please enjoy the brawl.
This reminds me of the old Neo Geo game. I think it's called King of the Monsters, but just a little bit more updated and in 3D. I always used to see that in the arcades. I never really liked it though. I played it once or twice. I found it very awkward to play when not knowing controls or anything. Rampage, Eve of Destruction. Is that the one with like Lizzie and the monkey and all of them? You got, I think it's Lizzie the Lizard. You've got the wannabe not Donkey Kong, King Kong, and the other one. I used to like those like back in the way back in the day.
Trailer for Lemnis Gate, and make sure you hang around afterwards for the developer interview with Sean.
Come on, Frankie, don't do this to me.
Facing total annihilation.
We stand on the verge of extinction.
Infertility spreading across the globe.
Humanity's last living generation.
A major scientific breakthrough.
Yet there is hope.
Yeah, I remember playing those games. I had one on the Commodore, and
First, we must go back.
I think I had one on the PS1 if there was one on there. I'm pretty sure there was one on the PS1.
3,
And just recently I streamed the arcade one on OG Xbox in one of the collections. Okay, what game was this again? It does not look very good. It looks like one of those kind of team-based arena shooters.
Protect and serve.
You have only one mission.
I uninstall this game.
Activate the Lemnis Gate.
Oh, you know, there's one on Steam. I didn't realize that. Goes to show how out of touch I am with that series.
Joining us to talk about Lemnis Gate is the game director from Rat Loop Games Canada. James Anderson. Thanks for joining us, James.
They're really dragging out this this Gaven interview, aren't they?
Is a first-person shooter turn-based strategy game.
The entire game is set inside of a 25-second time loop. So instead of playing continuously, you play for 25 seconds turn by turn. So for example, I'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds, and then you'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds. And then we, turn by turn, layer new characters into the same 25-second time loop. So for example, I may run down a hallway and throw a grenade, killing one of your operatives. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my operative before he threw the grenade. So we have Retrieve XM, Seek and Destroy, Classic Deathmatch, and we have a game mode called Domination.
Seems like one of those games where they just try to throw in as many buzzwords as possible. It's a procedurally generated roguelite first-person shooter.
When and where
I'm running out of buzzwords.
So Lemnis Gate will be launching on August 3rd. It's open for pre-orders right now on Steam, and we're coming up to a open beta in July. The game will launch on PC and console, both current and next-gen platforms.
Thank you so much for joining us, James Anderson. Once again,
That guy's an idiot. Current gen is the current consoles, like
now, we're not the
PS5 and whatnot.
Stars out here. Coming up next, let's take a look at Next Space Rebels.
Oh, Rampage isn't on the strip. Well, my night is ruined.
Which means, my friends, that space is for everyone.
Is that Topher Grace?
Next Space Rebels.
What is this, like YouTube creates? I think it's like Elon Musk Simulator or something like that. Can you call PS5 current gen if most people can't even see them, let alone? Yeah, sure you can. It's like, the way I look at it is, it's like my 3090. You know, that's current gen. It's not my fault if everyone else is a pleb and can't get one.
You up for it? Then come on in.
You guys just saw Next Space Rebels. And hey, if you play enough of that game, maybe you'll get good enough at building rockets to join us up in orbit. But don't do anything illegal like Day 9 did.
Yeah,
Last
good.
week we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5 custom PC contest and asked you guys at home to vote for the winners. Well, we're just down to 3 houses now, with Davion, Russell Haig, and Liao being eliminated. So
You're like one of 20 people. Well, I mean,
respects, etc., etc. Now that we mean,
what can I say?
We have 3 houses left: Karita, Steiner, and Merrick. So make sure to vote now.
I want to vote for the blue one just because it's Steiner.
Custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So let's keep the show moving. And next up, it's a brand new medieval RPG. This is War Tales.
But also, at the same time, just about 2 weeks ago, I literally just walked into GameStop and bought an Xbox Series X, and they had it in stock. And, I mean, it was a waste. So I'm doubting on these shortages as much.
In these troubled times of quarreling factions and outlaws roaming the land, work is not scarce.
Half the people.
Of mercenaries. The stories of this age have been.
I'm only going with the Steiner one, Nate, simply because it's named Steiner. You got Scott Steiner, you got Rick Steiner, you got the Steiner screwdriver, the Steiner recliner, the Frankensteiner. You don't want to fuck with the Steiner brothers. Oh hey, look, it's like a grid-based game, but not bad like Vandal Hearts 2. Shout out to the pain and suffering that I was that I was forced to endure on Twitch. You got hit with a German Steiner. That's only a Stein, a beer Stein.
That was the debut of War Tales.
I guess if you get hit by it, you got Steinered.
About leading a mercenary troop on a sprawling adventure. And speaking of mercenaries, our battle for the best custom PC based on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries continues. We'll be back live on stage soon, so make sure you keep voting for the PC build you like the most and head over to pcgamer.com/IntelMW5.
Yeah, I find this weird. It has that awkward feeling like it's not really live.
This is E3 after all, and this year's PC gaming show is so full of games set in space, it's starting to feel a little crowded up there. But the next game we have to show you is very special. It is the world-exclusive reveal of Ixion, a deep settlement management game set in the stars. In Ixion, you struggle to maintain a space station, stockpiling resources.
Last time I heard the name Ixion, I was dodging 200 lightning bolts.
And rescuing the survivors of other failed expeditions. We think this will be a brilliant entry into the genre when it releases. So here is your first look at Ixion.
Also not real. Persona 5 Royal PC. This you know, mods ban anyone in chat saying Persona 5 Royal on PC is not coming today. Just
The Earth.
I'm gonna have to go cry after this if it doesn't happen. I have my PS4 set up on my new TV, so maybe I'll just start it again on there.
Beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater.
Why does this dude look like Troy
We
Baker?
have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth.
No, CZ. No. I will not let it go. I will not let it go. It's happening. There's, yes, see, Alexander knows there's plenty of time.
Earth is not to be our grave.
We still have...
A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes
What has it been? It started at 1:30. We still have just under an hour of time to go to get interrupted with a proper announcement the way we want it.
moved faster.
Uncompromised, high resolution, high frame rates, high everything.
Who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and
I want to
a guide
believe.
to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark.
Oh, since this is some type of management game, I gotta ask, has anyone played 2 Point Hospital? I'm a big fan of Team Hospital, and 2 Point Hospital is on sale. I'm thinking of buying it.
We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the Vol engine.
Something is going to go really, really bad here during this reveal. I can feel it. It's going to explode and blow up the moon. Oh, I was close. Yes, Bubster, the show is still going on. There's just under an hour left in it. It's about 52 minutes or so left in it. You have the game, but you've only played like 5 minutes of it, of course. Because of course, that's what they all have. That's the way you play all your games. Because I don't want to alarm anyone. This could be a hipster indie game. No Persona 5 just yet, Bubster, but we still have an hour. We still have an hour. There's plenty of time for it to happen. And if we don't... No Persona 5 on Xbox. No. But like Persona 4 Golden last year, it was released on Steam. It did so well that that Atlas and Sega rushed PC versions of SMT3 HD and Persona 5 Strikers, all because of the success of Persona 4 Golden, which was announced during the PC gaming stream last year. So we have hope. 13 hours into Final Fantasy VII Remake. But how do you have that much time in Final Fantasy VII Remake? It didn't even come free, as they say, on Game Pass.
Sean, what if for one segment I was the lead and you were my sidekick?
What? Who's ever heard of a human sidekick?
There are plenty of human sidekicks, Sean. Building list of known human sidekicks. Alex Vance and...
No.
Persona 5 Royal 2.
Sidekicks to robot heroes.
But
can you compute that?
Wouldn't that mean... Because Persona 5 Strikers is a direct sequel
Yeah, there you go.
to Persona 5.
DevBot, I think it's time for a hard reboot. Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Wow. Rip
Let's take a look
DevBot.
at the next game reveal.
Optimism is not fading. My optimism is coursing through my veins. My optimism is throbbing and pulsating for the next 49 minutes. There's only so much that I can muster. What is this? What would you call it? Medieval matchmaker? If they cut out the skits, this would be a lot more interesting. But if they cut out the skits, there would be less Frankie. And no one can get away with that. Okay, Tripwire is back. It's like they went to the guys at WCW and said, right, here's the Doom Eternal soundtrack. Give us a copyright royalty-free version of that. So we can put it into our game. Oh, rip that game. It's on the Epic Game Store. That one's pretty much dead.
It's the PC gaming show, and when you're
Oh, well, it was on Steam as well, actually, now that I think about it.
Make sure to head over to GeForceNow.com to grab a priority membership trial. In celebration of gaming's biggest week, You can try out all the priority benefits, including faster access to playing your favorite games, longer play
You know what?
times.
I have a laptop as well as all these computers. Maybe I should use the GeForce Now code that I got and try it out on my laptop. Of course, you know, in the same house, so yeah.
For Piranha Games to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I'll be taking notes.
Ah, DevBot, I love you so much more as a voice without a body. Let's talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries.
Hey, whatever happened to
Joining
gaming?
us to do so from Piranha Games is the Senior Marketing and Community Manager, Darren Katz. Thanks so much for joining us, Darren.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be here.
Now, the MechWarrior universe is gigantic. There's a ton of games.
I will admit, I haven't played a MechWarrior game since... Yeah, I was about to say MechWarrior 2. I'm pretty sure I haven't played any MechWarrior games since then.
Sit in the space.
Yeah, obviously there's a very rich legacy of games that go way back. But in particular, MechWarrior 5 pays homage to MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. But it has all this modern design and technology.
Oh, it plays the games on the server. Okay. I thought it just allowed you to stream games from like your computer while it was turned on.
Your machine. And when you're out
So
in battle, it's not just a
I guess
matter
if that's
of
the
pointing and
case,
shooting
it
at everything. You're
reads
also
compatible
managing
games
your
that you have
systems,
on
whether
your account
you're,
and
shooting
plays
a
them
lot
from the
of
server.
energy weapons or missile weapons
I mean,
that
my
can
laptop
high
has
EF.
a,
Well, you gotta
I
make
think it's a
sure you don't shut
1660
down in the
Ti,
middle of a battle. When you're facing your foes, you can
which obviously isn't great.
salvage these battle mechs. So if you see a mech that you want, well, you might want to not want to destroy it completely. You might want to take out its legs or take out its arm weapons so that the pilot has to eject, and then you can just take the mech.
A new mech game since Armored Core. I've only played the first one, but I loved it. I have it on the PS1.
And a new DLC, Heroes of the Inner Sphere.
But I see some of the more recent ones, like the 360 game. Well, we don't talk about that one.
There's the new career mode. When you start with the DLC, you can import your campaign previously if you'd like to, or you can start over from scratch and start from any of the great houses. And then carve your path through the galaxy from there. There's, speaking of paths, there's new career paths, which earn you powerful upgrades for your battle mechs, and it's a really exciting new
You know, you link
feature
it to your
for me.
Steam
And there's
account,
a new
to their
procedural
servers, and it
mission
lets you
type
play
called
compatible
Beachhead.
games
This is a
that
big
you
one
own
for me.
on their servers.
Beachhead
Got
is
installed them on a
basically
remote server and everything.
clearing
Oh wow,
a
you have to even install them on a
landing
remote
zone
server.
for your invasion force. So as you land on the planet, you're
It
wanting
doesn't
to
seem
take
too
out
bad.
satellite,
I mean, with the
installations
idea,
so
but
that the enemy can't
it's
communicate
kind of
with
like
each other. You're taking
Stadia,
out,
but not awful,
artillery
maybe.
Emplacements. You're basically clearing the path, as I said, for your invasion force, which leads to a really cool.
I might try it
ending
out
of
at
the
some
mission
point, I don't
if you
know.
Succeed as your invasion force comes down. And there's a new biome called Extrasolar Moon, which you know, that's maybe kind of represented in the image behind me. It's a really cool lunar type setting that we haven't had before. And then there's a lot of new equipment and weapons, things like electronic countermeasures and other electronic equipment like Beagle Active Probe, Mask, which is a little like a turbo boost for mechs, new weapons like chem lasers, mech rifles, and stream SRMs. So a lot of new content. I'm really
See,
excited about
this MechWarrior, modern MechWarrior, MechWarrior 5 like this one, it reminds me of an Xbox One game. Not an Xbox One, an OG Xbox 180 game. Steel Battalion. I have it upstairs. I should stream it sometime. Comes with a giant 40-button controller.
Nickname the Scarecrow, which you'll see from the profile. It's just a very unique looking mech. There's nothing else like it in the franchise.
Video compression and input lag. So just like a console.
And typically it's used for reconnaissance or scout missions because of its mobility, so it can get in and out fast. You can, if you're looking for a specific target.
Honestly, the only games I have installed on my laptop are like old school RPGs and stuff. I've got like Persona 4 Golden, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 14, Shenmue 1 and 2, SMT 3. It's that kind of game.
It's something we've talked about before. Modding. I know that MechWarrior 5 has a rich modding community. What are some of the amazing mods you've seen developed?
There's simple modifications from HUD changes, changing colors.
Do I seriously have a Steel Battalion control? Yeah, absolutely. I have Steel Battalion 1 and 2 CZ.
Basically a Mech Commander mod in development that is just amazing.
Of course I do. Look who you're talking to. Come on. You should know that.
Really, anything you can imagine, somebody
it works. I have all the pieces for it. I even have the box, the everything.
Yeah, you can pick it up on Steam, GOG, Epic Game Store, Microsoft PC, and of course Xbox.
Thank you so much, Darren Katz, for joining us to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And of course, a warm thank you to MechWarrior 5 for sponsoring the PC Gaming Show and giving me this cool patch. Coming up next, let's take a look at Silt.
Silt, I recognize this name, but... might not be the same thing I'm thinking of. Because it did say world premiere. Okay, it's Underwater Limbo. I do need to pick up a couple of other mad, obscure retro controllers. I need to get the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller, which I kind of got stiffed over a little bit on a couple of years ago. And some Donkey Konga bongo drums I need to get as well. But another guy I know who lives around here, well, I used to, I kind of fell out of touch with him. If he was clearing out all his retro stuff and he was trying to sell some of it off, and he had the GameCube chainsaw Resident Evil 4 controller with the display case, and he said he'd sell it to me, and I said, yeah, sure, just you know, whenever you get a chance, just like come back down, I'll give you whatever for it. So I didn't see him in about 2 weeks, and then he came back down and I said, oh yeah, you know, still feel free to bring in that controller whenever. And he goes, oh, you know, I changed my mind, I don't want to sell. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Also, this is the PC Gaming Show. Sony could show up and say, hey, you know, here's Uncharted 4. Or more importantly, The Last of Us Remastered. Or Shadow of the Colossus Remake. The two former games in that little trio I listed being the only important ones. I only put Uncharted 4 in there because it's on their list. Hello, neighbor. Apparently you're right, CZ. I've never even heard of Hello Neighbor 1, let alone Hello Neighbor 2.
Following the incredible success of the first game, we are very excited to return to such an amazing world and bring you our most authentic experience yet. Set after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, you will work alongside iconic characters from the films, voiced by original talent such as Bryce Dallas Howard and Jeff Goldblum. You will lead efforts to contain, control, and conserve the many dinosaurs.
Automatically best game ever.
And for the very first time, you will be building parks and facilities beyond Isla Nublar as you explore new, stunning locations across the globe. Of course, it wouldn't be Jurassic World if it wasn't for the stars of the show, our dinosaurs, and we are thrilled to be bringing to life even more authentic species than ever before, including awe-inspiring flying and marine reptiles. So sit back and allow me to welcome you to Jurassic World Evolution 2.
I never played the first one of these. It's one of those horror games that the big streamers play. Oh, it's them kind of game. Okay, so it's a meme game, basically.
Forgot the lessons. We abused our power. We played with genetics like it was a toy.
Jeff Goldblum, not quite Persona 5 Golden. Jeff Goldblum's amazing.
And now
we don't shit on Jeff Goldblum.
Here we are. This
I love the music.
A very different world.
Oh, listen to that. It's the way it should be.
just saw Jurassic World Evolution 2, and you know, after all,
I mean, I'm not
your
gonna
failed
play it,
attempts
but
at running a dinosaur park and getting all those people killed, I think this is finally going to be the one where you finally pull it off without a hitch. With a host of new features and new dinosaurs, this sequel from
oh, there it
Frontier
is. Your digital
is an
download
even
code
deeper-
for
excuse me, an even
GeForce
deeper
Now.
management sim with a brand new and
I'll
original
redeem it
game.
after
Make
this.
sure to wishlist it on Steam now for release later this year. Now, with all the games we've covered so far today, we're always curious to see what you are talking about. So far, it seems like the chatter on social media is all about War Tales, Nautica Blade Point, and unsurprisingly,
And Persona 5 Royal.
Mercenaries. I have a feeling, though, that may change as we have plenty more to come.
See,
Let's now
he's
head
already
back over to see what
teasing
the
it.
folks at New Blood Interactive have cooking. Take it away.
Wolfenstein, New Blood. What the hell? It's funny because this is going to run at a better frame rate than any of the new consoles can do. Yeah, I said it. Getting some major Quake vibes from some of this stuff, though. We're getting some, what is some, not some vaporware. Vaporware is still too new. Some vector lines.
It just wouldn't be the PC gaming show without a fantastic New Blood Supercut. And joining us from New Zealand is New Blood CEO Dave Oshry. Hey, Dave!
Hey guys, thanks for having us back for another year. You
Hey,
know,
look,
we
it's
just saw
budget
what
Tom
New Blood's got
Howard.
going on for
Todd Howard, even.
2021. Some stuff you might know about, some stuff you might not know about, and some stuff we're not ready to talk about just yet. But what I do want to talk about is Gloomwood. Gloomwood, as you know, is our next flagship title, inspired by great PC games like System Shock, Arx Fatalis, Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already
and of
seen a
course,
trailer
Thief
for this a
series
while
of
back.
games, and not
Dave, I'm
Bloodborne.
sorry. That's
Not one
really
bit.
great, Dave. Gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. We kind of need to hurry it up a little bit. I just want to make sure that we have enough time for our next video.
Not Bloodborne.com.
Got an incoming message from Gabe Newell. So, I guess goodbye for this
Hashtag
year. I'm really
not
sorry to cut you off,
bloodborne.com.
but, see you next year.
What? I'm sorry, what? You're bumping me. You're
Yeah.
bumping me for game.
Yeah, you're a filthy casual.
That Gandalf look, he doesn't even go here. Is everything okay, Dave? Not now, Mom, I'm upset. We've spent a year on this.
He doesn't even make games anymore.
Where is Gabe? Where is his boat? Yeah, take me to him. Take me to Gabe Newell.
Guy's a filthy casual.
Gabe. Bull. PC Gamer. This isn't over.
Yikes.
I'm sure Dave is
Hashtag
and
not
will be fine.
bloodborne.com.
And if he's not, who cares? Because we have a special message from Gabe Newell. Take it away, Gabe.
Here we go.
Hi, this is Gabe Newell. I want to thank PC Gamer for all of the opportunities it gives us as developers to connect with gamers around the world and highlight the new and exciting projects we have coming. One of those for us is Steam Next Fest, an event we're hosting in just a few days to give players a chance to try demos of upcoming games for free. We'll be featuring some of the demos you'll be
This
seeing
may be-
during this week's PC Gamer event and dozens more. Here's a look at just some of the titles to be featured during Steam Next Fest.
Not now, Mom. I'm upset. No Persona 5 Royal
A
announcement.
massive collection of upcoming titles on Steam. During the week of the festival, developers from around the world release their demos for you to play.
Time to put on the gamer pants. Let's go.
Oh my god! So go explore the newest.
Oh, we have to do the streamer memes, guys. Wait for it, right? You ready?
Is Steam Next Fest.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. Some of those look pretty good.
Yeah, that just happened. But now, back to reality. Well, what's it as they say? Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes Gavin. What is this? What is this wannabe game? Like wannabe Devil May Cry / mixed with Final Fantasy VII based on her sword. No, to be honest, I thought there would be something bigger and better and more important announced. Oh, and they even put Soul in the title. How memorific is that? You might as well just call it Soul while you're at it.
Hello, Sean. I am Deadbot, dedicated to serving you and your crew's every need.
Glad to have you back, Devbot.
You know, Sean, I wouldn't ever want anything to come between us.
Me neither? That's a weird thing to say.
Like a petty disagreement over hosting responsibilities, or all-out robot versus human war.
You know, it is time to look at some hardware. Here on
Hardware.
the PC Gaming Show, you know we keep frame rates high and the rays accurately traced.
Oh yeah,
Building
baby.
and upgrading your rig is as much a part of the hobby as playing the games. We put our heart and soul into these machines, and
Or in the
if that
case
means
of
using
when
an
I built
RGB
mine,
like the
blood, sweat, and
strip,
tears.
who's to judge us? This year, with the help of PC Gamer's hardware editors, which I'm pretty sure they're just, you know, weird brains in a jar, we've picked out 4 of the most exciting
1.01K.
set to emerge from labs soon.
We've been at that for a while.
Fittingly sci-fi. The Impulse is a neurocontroller that aims to make you a better gamer by cutting out response times almost entirely. It's not quite Alex Vance's gravity gloves from Half-Life, nor is it quite up there with Gabe Newell's dream of a direct brain-to-game interface, but the Impulse is as close as we're going to get.
The gravity
this year.
gloves.
The glove
What was the
measures
proper name
signal
for them?
traveling
I think
through
they were called
muscles
a.
in your hand
Oh, they
to
were based
put
on
your
the
fingers
guy's
to the
name. I
In
can't remember
theory,
what his
it's
name
giving
was.
you the chance to nail that headshot precious milliseconds ahead of your opponent. If it works out, we could see a tech like this become commonplace in esports. And if it doesn't, let's hope our neurons at the very least remain unfried. Next up, you guys might be wondering what this chonky beast is. So allow me to introduce you to the Fanatec
Chonky.
CSL DD wheelbase. Do you want to feel like you're really burning rubber at Daytona? Well, then
Oh, I
you
thought that
need
was going to be like
serious
some
force
giant
feedback.
ass,
Direct drive
some
wheelbases
giant ass
gets you
CPU
as
fan.
close to the feel of a real racing machine without,
It's like, guys,
you know,
now
having
you
to
don't
hub
need
gas
an
and stuff like
all-in-one
that.
water cooler or a
Historically, the
custom
problem
loop.
with this
You can
tech
get
has
this
been the
giant,
price, which has involved
massive,
dropping
twice the size of your
car money
PC
on your rig.
fan
So
slash
Fanatec
heatsink
aims to
just
solve
because
that.
air
CSL
don't cut it
comes in at
anymore.
Only $350, which still isn't exactly a bargain, but it's much cheaper than its competitors. And the CSL-DD is already wowing diehard sim racers. It might be slight overkill to use it for Rocket League, though. Believe it or
I'm
not,
gonna
sometimes
buy
less
one of them,
really is more.
and I'm
If
gonna
you
put
wanna
it
play The
on
Witcher 3 on the subway like we all do,
Euro
you don't
Truck
need to
Simulator
drag
2.
your tower along for the ride. Just use the 1X player. A wave of more powerful
Oh,
processors have
get
finally
wrecked,
made
Switch.
handheld PC gaming a reality. Inside this Switch-like machine, you've actually got an Intel Tiger Lake chip with Xe graphics. These mini machines are going to be cropping up more and more, so expect major advances still to come. Lastly, let's take a look at the Asus
Oh, this is my monitor. This is the one I want.
UQX.
Kind of.
Not the most catchy name for this gaming monitor with all of the trimmings, but it's
But
actually one of the sexiest PC products this year. That's
It's
because
$3
this
grand.
monitor comes with a mini LED backlight featuring full local dimming. The result is a screen that's not only fast, but brighter than the sun.
And
Stare
it's
above it
not
and you might
it's
not
not
notice the
OLED.
$3,000 price tag. For those
I
who
bought an
still
OLED
understand,
TV
it's time
last
for more
week.
killer games starting with
Why do
Chaos
monitors
Gate.
have goofy names? Well, it's just a model number. I mean, I bought it's just here to my left right now. Is that monitor safe to buy yet? I'll look into all the stuff. It still has HDMI 2.0, but it still has the display HDR 1400. No, that's not Frankie. That's not Frankie. That was Mika. We'll hopefully get more Frankie back again. But it has two HDMI 2.0 ports, no HDMI 2.1. It's got DisplayPort 1.4, and it has the G-Sync Ultimate module inside it, including HDR 1400. 4K, 120 hertz, mini LED. But the problem is,
You just got the chance to
despite it being micro LED backlit, it's still an LCD panel. I spent €1,350 last week to get an OLED TV, 4K 120 Hz, HDR10, Dolby Atmos Vision, Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos for less than half the price of that monitor.
Let's take a look.
Oh, we got budget Stalker here. Oh, I love it. It's got the Windows 98 interface. It's so hardcore. It's so hardcore. The stuff is even in Russian. It reminds me of when you play Crisis on the hardest difficulty. It puts the enemies, they only speak in Korean and with no subtitles, so you can't understand how they're flanking you and all that. Oh yeah, well I bought a certain... What? CZ, I'll trade you. I'll trade you. I'll give you my beat up, bust up gamer share for that. This is the one they said is kind of Stalker inspired. No, it's not the Korean difficulty. I think it's called Uber difficulty, which is the top level. But it puts the enemy language in Korean because you're on an island off Korea. And it takes off the subtitles, so you can't understand what they're doing to strategize against you.
Начать собирать остатки вымпела. Слушай, жнец, далеко не все из наших товарищей погибли. Это невероятно суицидальная миссия для того, чтобы ее выполнить.
Йохас люблю.
Да, они, возможно, не захотят, но нам все равно надо найти их.
Понимаете? Я ведь ни капельки не злюсь на вас. Нет, мы с вами точно не враги. Вы не понимаете меня и не понимаете остров. Вы смотрите на меня и на другие порождения острова, как на врагов. Но мы все всего лишь друг друга боимся. Поэтому нам так плохо. Поэтому нам так одиноко. Остров дал нам шанс создать новую прекрасную жизнь.
Okay, enough of this game. Move on. We get the idea. It's dark, it's edgy, it's Stalker and Metro inspired. It's in Russian. Come on. It's GTA 4 Rusky edition. We get it. Or like Call of Pripyat edition. You still banking on Apocalypse and down to shoot a guy for a can of beans. I got a baseball bat. The Pioneer. This is a Pioneer. In Soviet Pioneer, we played a Pioneer game. Time is running out, Mika. Where is my Persona 5 Royal announcement?
By typing into chat wherever you at home are watching. Alright, so now we've got another stack of brand new trailers for you, beginning with a special transmission from one of our favorite games based in space, EVE Online.
New recruits, on behalf of Concord, I would like to welcome you to the EVE Online's Academy. Great job in surviving so far.
No, that wasn't Stalker, Nix. If you want, Xbox put out a trailer for Stalker earlier. If you go onto the Xbox YouTube channel, you'll see it on there in its proper, full quality. It gets the trailer's a bit long and it's a bit boring, but you get the idea.
If combat is your thing, you can work yourself up the ranks as
Holy shit, EVE Online. Wait a minute, they have... EVE Online has like $200 million, and this is the best they could hire?
Many on the path of becoming a capsuleer. But I believe you have what it takes to become a capsuleer. In EVE Online, you forge your own path.
They couldn't hire a guy with no gap in his teeth? Come on.
Go for it.
I'm the CEO of a industrial corporation in
And das
Illinois.
vidania.
We're a
That means
five-man
goodbye.
corporation, and we specialize in manufacturing and delivering
Sikke blät.
chips in bulk. I want to be on the side of the people who are
Suka.
fighting against the oppression, against the bad
I know
guys.
various Russian
It's
words,
like a project.
like
And you're
5
kind
of them.
putting the pieces
Most of
together,
them are
like, get the skills
insults.
ready for the ship and all the modules, and that ship basically is the dream. You get to use cloaking devices.
I got a friend from
Stand
from
down,
Latvia here in
unload
Ireland,
And there's always the threat of being discovered
and he
by another player.
he can speak Latvian and
Hunting
Russian.
explorers. Your heart's racing, everything, you know, bullets are flying, ships are all over the place, and you start shaking because your adrenaline's pumping because you're gonna lose your ship.
Oh, this is what we want. Animal herding, baby. Lumber Hill. That's it. We might as well end the stream right here. We have hit gold. It's like Overcooked 2. Last time I played Overcooked 2 with people, they stopped playing with me because I bitched at them too much and I got too angry that they couldn't do their jobs correctly. Well, some of them could, but some of them couldn't. I mean, two of them could, but one of them was just a pants-on head, useless cunt. Oh, guys, take a shot. We've seen roguelite. We've seen the word roguelite, so you can't imagine me bitching about. You mean me? You can't imagine me bitching at someone not doing their job correctly? This is unheard of. Funny, I shrunk the game developers. Oh, so it's Pikmin, but on PC. Which kind of makes sense. Nintendo's not really doing much with Pikmin, so you might as well do something better. Yeah, this is 100% inspired by Pikmin. I played a shitload of the first Pikmin back in the day. I have a copy of it. Maybe I'll get around to it.
Zaprosić wszystkich widzów PC Gaming Show oraz fanów gier Survivor Horror RPG do obejrzenia naszego world premiere, w którym znajduje się ekskluzywny gameplay.
So this must be the new Painkiller game.
Czyli wielkiego finału naszej gry Czarnobylite.
No, it looks. Oh, guys, it's not Stalker clone number 47.
Need a fucking plan. We'll take our next step when the time is right. For today, let's focus on getting our strength back. Somewhere to sleep would be a start.
I'm only really interested in one thing. Where is Tatiana?
That ghost you're chasing. I don't know what to tell you.
It's going to be like... We're going to eventually get to the point where we have so many Stalker ripoffs and Stalker clones that we're going to have a battle royale of all the Stalker clones and only one of which can survive.
I took the roof of an abandoned building with a pretty little view of the entire power plant.
Igor, take a rad reading, will you?
3.6. Not great. Not terrible.
Me too, Nay. Me too. We still have time. We still have time. There's still 18 minutes, so it makes obvious that they're going to save the best for last. Yeah, it could even be announced during the future game show, which I'm not going to stream, but Also, powered by WD Black. I have 2 of their drives, which are currently the best rated drives for PCIe 4.0 NVMe. It feels when people started making Stalker and Fallout fan games, but all are released at the same time.
Interviews and reveals coming up.
They really didn't bank on that one properly, did they? I'm dying. Oh, this is, oh no, maybe it's not. Regalia, Men of Marcus Wars. I thought it was going to be the, not Etrian Odyssey, the other one that was shown today, the spiritual successor to Suikoden. Plenty of time. Maybe the real Persona 5 Royal was the friends we made along the way. the real Persona. That's it, guys. CZ has just, he's just done it. All our Persona 5 Royal confidants are you and me. It's the stream chat. You guys are the confidants. It all makes sense. We're all each other's confidants. You also have 2 WD Black 1TB SSDs. I'm going to assume you've got the SN750s, CZ. That would be my guess, depending on when you built your PC. I picked up the new ones from the end of last year, the SN850s, the 7000 Mbps drives. Take that, PS5 with your slow-ass SSD. Didn't we see Icarus before? Isn't this made by the guy from, I think it's DayZ? You bought them on sale a few months. Oh, they're probably the SN850s then, the same as myself. In which case, congratulations on having the best SSDs available. I'm glad I'm rubbing off on some people. Phrasing. Game looks like Fallout 76, but in space. I will not pre-order Icarus now, thank you very much.
In a future of endless
No, the Samsung 980 Pros are not the best drives.
hostile syndicate territory was your only option.
They're up there.
In this open world RPG.
I do like that bike that kind of turned that way. That was nice. I get a real syndicate vibe from this game.
Rob the syndicates.
You said syndicates.
Together and stay alive.
Human show.
You might just find a way off this planet. Mechajama.
That kind of looked interesting.
It,
a little
you
bit.
guys, this is the final opportunity for you who are watching to
The
decide
final
which
opportunity to announce
PCs
Persona
Mech
5
Warrior 5
Royal.
PCs gets crafted for your chance to win, courtesy of Intel. Wherever you're watching in the show, just go crazy in chat with the color, house, or number of the build that you want to see. So here
I'm
is
still
where
a
we are
Steiner,
so far.
simply
Looks
just
like
because it's the
Marita
Steiner.
is at 46%, Merrick is at 23%, and
See, she's hitting her hand too. We're both on the same page. Speaking of which, where's Frankie? Go back to Frankie. Come on.
And we are almost out of time to vote.
If you're for Battlefield 2042, if they have it for PS4 as well as current gen, I feel like it's going to be PS3 all over. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a bit of a mess for Battlefield, because that's why it's clearly developed with the last gen in mind. Hey, look, it's Xenoblade Chronicles. It's indie Xenoblade Chronicles on the PC. No, Nix. Frankie best girl. Frankie best girl.
This has been such an amazing
But it's
show
clearly
so far,
built
but I
on
must ask, you, my
last
loyal
gen.
crew, what's been your favorite part?
And then just enhanced for
Definitely am looking forward to Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
the current gen.
It's so hard to choose every year.
There's
But
my
I think
Frankie.
I'm gonna have to say Humankind for no particular reason.
Oh, no doubt. For me personally, I cannot wait for Lemnis Gate, because I gotta know what a turn-based strategy first-person shooter game even is. What about you, Dembot?
Don't worry, CZ. I get that reference right there. I got you.
Doesn't happen until the end. Never mind.
No, not never mind. What did you say?
Wait, what?
Oops, system malfunctioning. Boop, bop, sending the next trailer now.
What did he say? Guys, I think this may be an indie game. I see some pixels. This may be an indie game. It's an isometric pixel game. It may be a little bit indie. Guys, this guy's crying blood. I don't need a friend. Persona 5 looks great. How dare you, Nix? I am emotionally vulnerable right now. I do not need this. Yeah, it kind of does remind me of Fallout 1 and 2. When he was rolling around the bunker and all inside it reminded me of that. It seems almost more twin-stick shootery, though. Uh-oh. I've seen enough anime to know when all those tentacles come out. I know where this is going. Yeah, trash.
All right, you guys, this is the moment we have building up to all PC gaming shows.
Here we go, the moment.
Thanks to your tireless efforts to spam the chat, we have figured out which custom MechWarrior 5 PC we are going to build. So thank you guys out there for all of your votes to help us pick the perfect rig to represent this year's PC gaming show. All right, day 9, can I get a drum roll?
Tom
roll. Oh, yeah.
Can I get or a Tom roll?
Yeah.
Steiner, baby. We got this. Oh, we got robbed at the last second. I demand a recount.
Winning build one more time.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's coming up. We
Here
need
comes-
to take a nice peek at that beautiful looking PC.
I demand a recount.
Ooh, there it is. Now that is a beauty. Great choice, everyone. I knew I could trust random strangers to vote on things on the internet. With the help of our master modern intel, we'll get right to work building
What's my
this
thoughts on
PC,
fairies?
and more importantly,
They.
now that you've chosen it,
I
you've
cannot
got a
confirm or
chance to
deny
win.
they may or may
Go
not
to
exist because
PCGamer.com/Intel
I
MW5
they may or may
and
not be
enter
listening.
For a chance to win that sexy machine.
It's gorgeous. And
It's a
thank
pretty
you
horrible
to
PC.
our sponsor for this sweepstakes, Intel. Of course, the custom mech PC will be powered
I demand a
by
recount.
the 11th gen Intel Core desktop processors that push gaming performance with up to 5.3 gigahertz speeds and deliver the power needed to game at the highest level.
Well,
But it's-
we are now in the home stretch.
Home stretch, guys. Here we go.
A few more brand new trailers to show you.
Would be nice to
before
play
we
Persona
get out of
5
here
Royal on
and
PC.
return
That is
to
true.
Space. First up, a spiritual successor to one of my favorite games of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, a game we revealed 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at Songs of Conquest.
I'm getting antsy, but I believe. I want to believe. Okay. Oh, no wonder it's Coffee Stain. Coffee Stain screwed me out of a review code years ago, and I hold grudges, so I will never forget that. So this game is automatically the worst because Coffee Stain screwed me over. Never forgive. Never forget. People say time heals all wounds. They've never wronged me. I'll tell you that. You need a new gaming laptop. Well, if you can get your hands on a good one, or if you can get your hands on a new one, CZ, it is a good time to buy them. You've got stuff like 3070s and 3060 Ti's and stuff like that in laptops nowadays. So that's you're in a pretty good time to get one. I bought mine at the end of last year, and it was in a weird spot because it was at the end of life for the 2000 series RTX laptops, so they were still kind of expensive. So I just picked up my
sleeper.
I just picked up my 1060. Not 1060, 1660.
Every cycle, you take your chances. You roll your dice.
Coffee stain, more like cum stain.
You do the work, get paid.
They're more like a skid mark on the underpants of life.
You turn up for your friends.
That's what I think it am for screwing me over.
That's life on the eye.
Wake up, sleeper. Your body is dying. Planned obsolescence.
You know, I want to just I want to
workers.
make a quick Google here to make sure I'm not mixing up the developer with something else.
You can remake yourself here. They don't own you anymore.
Wake up, sleeper.
Okay, you know what? It just occurred to me, according to Google, I don't hold a grudge against Coffee Stain. I have the studio mixed up. Let me Google something here.
Their secrets. We are waiting.
Can't seem to find it. Okay. No,
Disciples of Warlock.
I can't find out.
With their guns and their spells
What is this, like Borderlands X something else?
and their grit.
You got a 960. Oh my god, a 960 CZ. You're borderline on the board again, banned from my chat for having that graphics card. Clearly they're waiting for the top of the hour to announce Persona 5 Royal. Clearly.
Introducing Band of Warlocks.
I thought that said Band of Bollocks for a second.
One man is not enough.
I still believe. I still believe. They're saving the best for last.
And there you have it, the 2021 PC.
It's not
Gaming
over. I
Show.
don't believe it.
And as I said
It's
at the
gonna
beginning, it went
it's gonna
off
cut in at the last second.
Huge thanks to
And
my
it's like
co-host
you
Frankie
never see it
Ward,
coming.
Mika Burton, and of course, my incomparable sidekick, DevBot.
There's that word again. Spoken so callously, so
It's
flippant, and with
gonna
no
happen.
meaning, never once stopping to think about how it might make me feel.
Come on,
What
DevBot.
word, DevBot? Incomparable?
No, sidekick. Well, the time has come for the sidekick to rise and become the one who is not the sidekick anymore.
Here, he's gonna do it.
The time has come for DevBot to make the entire human race his sidekick.
Here it comes.
What?
Setting a course for Earth.
Wait, DevBot,
Here we
DevBot,
go.
You can't do this. We just had the best PC gaming show ever, and now you're gonna ruin it all with
Come on, DevBot. Come on, Frankie.
All-out robot versus human war.
Let's do this.
Situation.
Sean! Sean!
Situation.
Do something! Do something!
Countdown to the extinction of human race begins.
Here we go.
Oh, Deadbot, no! We have so much to live for. I'm pretty sure half my breed's gonna be announced this year!
Come on. Wait. This is it. This is gonna be it. To be continued.
Oh my goodness, the dev.
Wait, what? This is. This is. This is. How could they do this to me? How could they do this to me? This is. What is this bullshit? Where's Lord Gaiman? Where's Lord Gaiman? Where's Sega? Give me Atlas. Fuck. Not now, Mom. I'm upset. This is. I don't even know. I don't even know. We will not see Persona 5 in the Nintendo Direct because that piece of shit console does not deserve Persona 5. Persona 5 or Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal is too good for that piece of shit company with their piece of shit hardware. Could burn in hell. Keep it away from that trash platform. It's not here, lads. What is this? I don't know. I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna have a little cry. But I'm unfortunately gonna have to be resigned to the fact that if I'm ever going to play Persona 5 Royal again, it's gonna have to be on the PS4. Asked what we wanted and we told them, but they did nothing, so disappointed. Well, they are pretty weird. And especially after last year, with the surprise announcement of Persona 4 Royal and the instant release and the massive success to the point where they rushed out PC port, or they rushed to add PC ports late into the development of SMT3 HD Remaster and Persona 5 Strikers. And those came out. Hell, granted, I didn't buy Persona 5 Strikers. I don't play Musou games. But I bought Shin Megami Tensei 3. I started playing it today, in fact. Didn't get very far in it because it was between streams, but you get the idea. Can I get my money back? I don't even know. I don't even know. All I do know is I'm going to go have a little bit of a cry. It's midnight here, so I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. So that whole future game show is happening right now. And, yeah, for all I know, it could be announced in that. But I'm going to be crying myself to sleep, so I won't even notice. They could literally make more money by port. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Why would they not port it to PC? The #1 biggest gaming platform in the world. It has the most amount of users, the most amount of players, and of course, the only ones that matter, because we're not little console Switch plebs, or people who accept compromised versions of games like Xbox Series X players or PlayStation 5 players, who can go on like, we have the best version of the game. Why? Because it runs at 1512p in order to get 60 FPS at medium quality? Get out of here. Get out of here. This is... Not now! I'm upset that Persona 5 wasn't announced. Anyway, I'm not happy. I'm gonna go do my thing, which is a shame and unfortunate. I want to thank everyone for joining me. Yeah, the people who will say that their games were not compromised. It was artistic choices in order to get 30 FPS with better quality, they say. Yeah, get out of here, console plebs. That's all I can say to them. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining me. Unfortunately, there was a glitch in the Matrix, and for some reason the Persona 5 Royal announcement must have been bumped to, I don't know, next year's show, or so maybe they'll just make up for it and randomly announce it at some point during the year. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. The best game in the series coming to the best platform, which means we get to laugh at all the salt on Switch. But hey, you know what? After the Square Enix conference earlier, we still get to laugh at the sheer massive amount of salt and butthurt that is out there. The amount of anal devastation that is out there over the Switch not getting the pixel remasters of Final Fantasy 1 through 6. You should go out there and see, just Google, like, I don't know, just click on any Square Enix post anywhere. They're dead. They're in absolute devastation. They're in meltdown. They're in damage control. It's fantastic. But anyway, I'm going to go cry. Hopefully everyone had a good show. Hopefully you got something interesting in there that, well, that didn't give us our persona. Maybe we'll see it in the future game show. I don't know. If that's the case, I'll see the announcement in the morning because I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. In the meantime, though, thanks everyone for joining me, shooting the shit as always. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been a surreal experience. And remember, everyone in stream chat and myself, we're the confidants we made along the way. So we are Persona 5 Royal. Nothing. 6 hours for nothing. That is, I'm kind of feeling you on that one, Alex. I think I've seen like 2.5 decent announcements over. I've only really watched the Xbox, the Square Enix, and this one, and yeah, it's not been a good day, but yeah, peace out, everyone. Top Guy out. No, I'm not